Surprise! A little sneak peek from me, a little check-in. I've been mowing this big property we've got that we manage for somebody we farm for. So we don't own it, but we farm for them, and part of that is managing this acreage. So I was out here mowing with this mower. You can see I've been doing my rounds, and yeah. Like I said, I was mowing round and around. Got to here, and this little mud spot popped up on me, and it sucked that tractor down in. So that kind of stops me. And the problem is, Dad's broke down, and Jared and Dustin are waiting in a 3 or 4 line grain dump up in Lafayette. So this tractor's going to stay here, obviously, because I can't get it out. Instead of burying it deeper, we'll get another tractor down here and pull it out. So that'll be an interesting video on getting a tractor unstuck. But I figured I'd get this on film for you guys. Yeah, she just right down in, all the way to the axle. The tongue's buried. Kicked on the forward assist for the wheels and locked my differential, and obviously didn't help. Just dug itself even deeper. So I'm not going to push it. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to head back to the shop, wait on Dad, figure out what he's going to do, and do some sweeping, I guess. There's always something that needs swept.
Oh, have we got a good one for you today, guys. Nothing has gone well for us so far, which, unfortunate for us, but luckily for you guys, it's going to make some good content. So as you know by now, Kyle buried the tractor. And that farm is one where we have to clear, there's a certain lane to get to the back of the property that we've got to clean out every year, and we haven't done that yet. So we decided, while there's 3 guys going down to pull Kyle out, let's just make a day of it and get that property done for the year. So that's what we're doing right now. We're getting some things together before we head down. Dustin's trying to get our grapple put on the truck bed because, well, our skid steer's not here to just hook onto it. Yep, straight down should be fine. Okay. Alright. While they get that strapped down, we're putting the white cronkite on there. Time to get the tractor out. Now let's see if we can get lucky. Let's see if this girl will start on her own. I mean, if anything else like today, it won't, but let's hope she does. Par for the course. Well, we're going to let that run for a little bit. I think Dustin's the one that's going to take that south. Kyle and I are going to go pick up the skid steer.
And the bucket.
And the bucket. Can't forget the bucket.
Well, coming back from Lafayette today with a load of soybeans. I had an axle, my right front lock up on me. Blew through my outside tire and severely flat spotted the inside before I could get off the road. It looks like my wheel bearings locked up for some reason. Since harvest, that front axle has went dry. I know we checked everything before harvest. It was fine. The back axle's good. Front axle is bone dry, so I'm pretty sure I burnt the bearings, locked them up. No idea why. I mean, there's literally no oil leak. And normally if you have the seal go out, that just makes an absolute mess of everything. So, waiting on service truck to get here. We're going to release the airbags. We're going to chain that axle up to where I can just, I'm about 10 miles north of the service center, and I'll probably just leave the trailer there. Let them work on it, pick it up later. It's my fault. Hadn't checked it since harvest. And we adjusted brakes the other day, and I don't think anybody, I know I did not check axle oil. I screwed up, so which is usually the case. It's usually operator error. So anyway, at least it was the last load of beans, finishing up the contract. We'll get it fixed.
Well, we looked everywhere else. Can't find the key to the skid steer now. So, last option is that
Everybody cross your fingers.
they left it in it. Let's just hope that's the case, and we can continue on with our original problem and not a new one. He's got it. Okay, now for our next stop to pick up the bucket, because for some reason that is in a completely different area. Well, problem number 42 for the day. These pins, well, it's been sitting long enough, this one's not wanting to lock in. And you really can't move a whole lot of dirt without the pins locked in, without losing your bucket. I'm telling you, it's one of those days. Ooh. That should help. If a little's good, a lot's gotta be better. Let's hit this one too. Let's hit it from underneath too. Got it that time. All right, I think we're finally ready. 2 hours later, for you anyway. Are you ready to go get your tractor unstuck and get you?
To finish the little bit of mowing I had left before I stuck it.
Yeah, it's not like you did it right at the beginning.
If I was just getting started, I'd be like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no,
I was so close.
That's what happens though.
It snuck up on me too.
That's usually what happens. By the time you realize what you've done, it's like, that's too late.
Well, that's how we ended up doing it. We just locked that axle up. Back to the dealership. They'll work on it. It sounds like it's going to be a pretty pretty intensive repair. It is what it is.
Get the shovel. We need to get a good thumbnail of you on the other side first, though.
With the height difference.
Alright, there she is, folks. This doesn't look too bad until you're like, oh crap. It's a little soggy on this side.
What, hands on head?
Yeah, that hitch kind of, that acts like an anchor too.
Yeah, just dig in.
Yeah. It did suck you right in, didn't it? Just
whoosh.
Yeah. Hey, it's soft.
Mud grabs.
It's soft. Luckily, it should be a pretty easy hook right around that front pivot and just take it easy. Yeah, might be a little overkill, but it should hold. Now take it easy. Take it easy. We don't need any axles ripped off. Oh yeah. Yep. Well, can't expect much when the ground looks like that. Something that happens so quick. She just sucks you in. Look at that. Ugh.
This is gonna suck for Dustin to power wash.
I was gonna say something so fun, so easy.
I didn't even feel nothing, Kyle. It just. I adjusted enough to where it wasn't coming out. I could get it to go like 3 or 4 inches front to back.
Oh, and the front of the chopper was just it was just plowing.
Yeah.
Well, that's all that took. Let's just hope he doesn't do it again. We're gonna pause a minute and watch him mow. There's a chance that he just might get stuck again. Nah, he's cutting it pretty wide. He should be good.
I don't think it's too.
Yeah, I think it's a real concentrated hole.
Yeah, he walked that way a bit, so he may just have to be a couple passes outside of it.
Oh yeah, looks good. All right, so while Kyle finishes up that small section of pasture, Dustin and I are coming back to this lane. And we are clearing it out, make sure Kyle has room to get down this lane back to the other pieces of property. So I'm not doing anything more than just pushing stuff out of the way. That's all I'm worried about here. a branch like this that is gonna catch the tractor, so I'll rip it down, maybe. And push it out of the way. One more. Keep these off the tractor cab. Just like that. We're gonna end up having to do something here because, well, as you can tell, this creek on the right-hand side keeps washing our lane back more and more every year. All right, and now we finally come up to the creek crossing, which luckily does not look like we've gotten near enough rain this year to wash it all out. Normally we have to come in here and reshape all the sand and dig both sides out, but looks pretty good right now. A little bit of a ledge right there I'm going to get rid of. Oh, I got my first real tree down. Let me get these twigs out of my way. Now I get to have some fun. Woo! Just carry it along like a logger. Now I can go back on this end, push it the rest of the way. Perfect. And continue on. Well, that one's gonna take some strategy. That thing is way up there. I better leave that one alone. I don't want to push my luck with that one. But cleaned it out more than enough for the tractor to get through. I think I'm going to push a little bit over there, but worked out a little smoother than I thought it was going to. Alright, just like that, this beautiful property ends with this creek. But path is clear back to here now, so I'm gonna go ahead and trek all the way back, make sure Kyle's good to go, and he's gonna turn around and he's gonna mow this lane right behind me and make it suitable for a vehicle to get back here, because it's a little overgrown if you guys haven't noticed. Well, as you guys could tell, we passed Kyle on the trail there, which means he finished up the pasture, and all he's got to do is follow my tracks and mow to the creek and mow back. And that project will be done as long as he does not get stuck again. But thankfully, there really wasn't any muddy spots on that trail, so I think he'll be okay. I think he learned his lesson. But in his defense, that's the first time he's ever mowed that, and he had no idea that wet hole was there. I'm just glad it all worked out that, well, we needed to be down there anyway. We didn't technically need the bigger tractor, no, but we were going to have to clean that path up at some point. So it's one more thing we can check off our list now. Whew. Well, I can honestly say I don't care if I don't do anything else outside, because I think winter has set in. Which is why, you guys remember our shop ornament that sat over here for like the first 6 months of the channel, aka Dad's camper? Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to winterize that today, because it's going to get flipping cold tonight, and he has not done it yet. Have ya?
What?
Winterized your camper yet? You put it off till literally the last
moment.
Yep. Alright, well, Dad's is done, and surprisingly, for the whole system, it took like just a touch over 2 gallons of antifreeze. And you know how I was just giving him crap for it? What are we about to go do?
Winterize somebody's RV.
Mine, because I am just as good at procrastinating.
But mine is done.
Yep, mine's not yet. So, we got another fact for you. Now, since Dad decided to skip Thanksgiving with the previous fact, I'm going to back it on up with a Thanksgiving fact. 46 million turkeys are consumed just in the U.S. on Turkey Day, which is 21% of the entire year's production of turkeys. In one day, one holiday, 21% of the whole year's production. It's impressive.
That's impressive.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.